Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know the drill. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Alrighty, today I wanted to get into a sports topic rather than a sports card video. Anyways, Richard Sherman was in the news the other day, and it wasn't pretty on why he was in the news. As all of you have known, he just got into a huge verbal altercation with what appears to be his wife and his in laws. And as a result of all of this craziness going on, he was sent to jail. He tried to break into what seems to be his mother in law's house or his father in law's house. And luckily, the door was shut closed, because if it weren't shut closed, then Sherman would have barged in and who knows what would have happened. It was pretty scary looking at that. And Richard Sherman didn't look the best compared to what we've seen him in the past. Regardless, the NFL is pretty stringent or strict regarding domestic abuse, regarding incidents. As we know, the league has gone woke. And when the league goes woke, how will they treat this? That is really interesting to know. You have to remember about maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I can't believe it was that long ago, Ray Rice got into an altercation with his, I believe his now wife. But anyways, after that incident became viral, he was no longer able to find a job and his career got destroyed. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Richard Sherman, but at the same time, when we're looking at all of these things, these news headlines, especially if you look in the MLB, Trevor Bauer is accused of domestic abuse or domestic violence. And we don't know what's going to happen with that. And you have to remember, Trevor Bauer isn't well liked in the MLB as well. Is he going to get canceled? That's what I have to see. Yasiel Puig, he used to play with the Dodgers. He was once a really popular player, but had all these tantrums and got into some trouble as well. He's no longer in the league. If you look at Addison Russell of the Chicago Cubs, he was given one chance, but he was ultimately kicked out of the league because his head wasn't on straight. And I believe now he's playing baseball in Mexico. Now go to football. I wonder what they're going to do. If you look at, for instance, Hunt, the former running back of Kansas City, he then found a job with Cleveland. He got into some pretty bad off the field problems. The Cleveland Browns took a gamble on him. What is the NFL going to do? Antonio Brown last year was out about 8 games, and then he was able to play his first game, I think, the 9th or 10th week of the season. I think it was against the Saints. And if you look at what the NFL will do, it seems that he's going to get Sherman, I'm talking about now. Sherman's probably going to get about 8 games, in my opinion, because that did not look good. He needs to get help, no doubt about that. I wish the best for him. By the way, I'm not going to be like Stephen A. Smith and mock him and deride him and all that stuff. No, I'm not going to do that. I really hope that he gets better. That being said, what do you guys think about Richard Sherman and where he's going to be next year? Is his career over? Is any team going to pick him up? He's a free agent right now. San Francisco 49ers probably won't re-sign him. He'll probably be too much of a distraction. The other place that I could think of is maybe Seattle, but you have to remember, even though Seattle gives people second chances, third chances, I don't think Pete Carroll is going to allow Richard Sherman to be back in that locker room. Sherman did not like Russell Wilson to be the quarterback. He always doubted him. And that just created all sorts of drama where Russell Wilson complained to Carroll that all these guys were being hard on Russell Wilson. I think Sherman was one of them. I think Bennett was the other. That being said, I'm trying to think what playoff team would take a gamble on Sherman. Sherman, yeah, is getting older, no doubt about that. I think he's 33 years old. So that's pretty old for a cornerback, but he could have potentially a few good, decent years. And that could potentially help a team that is verge on the Super Bowl. So I'm thinking to myself, what team would tolerate someone like Sherman? Could it be the St. Louis Rams, who have a pretty good defense? They have a good quarterback now. That could be one situation. But the ideal location for Sherman, even though Tampa Bay has a great defense, Tom Brady can convince Bruce Arians to do basically whatever he wants to do. Tom Brady was playing last year on a broken MCL. I don't know how he did it, and he won the Super Bowl in year one on a new offense. That's insane. Tom Brady convinced Bruce Arians to have Antonio Brown on the team when Antonio Brown was disliked, or Bruce Arians did not like Antonio Brown because he had to deal with him in Pittsburgh. You had the coach in Pittsburgh. I can't think of the guy's name. I don't know how he controlled Antonio Brown for 8 years with all of his behavior, but Tom Brady was able to control Antonio Brown. It was insane. And Antonio Brown lived with Tom Brady. He kept him out of trouble. And granted, if you look at Richard Sherman, he's a Stanford guy. He's a smarter guy. He made one mistake. Yes, he trash talks a lot, but so do a lot of football players. Tom Brady probably could convince Bruce Arians to have Richard Sherman on. I think it's a little easier to bring on Sherman, despite the horrible thing that he did the other day. If Sherman gets the correct help that he deserves, that he needs to fix his problems, to fix his mental health, whatever you want to call it, I think he'd be a good fit in Tampa Bay. Tom Brady brings the best out of people. He has positive energy. He could take a negative situation and turn it into a positive. I'm convinced that if Sherman were to come back in the NFL, the best landing spot would probably be Tampa Bay. Granted, they already have a great defense, but why not add another piece? Who knows how good Tom Brady is going to be this year? And if Tampa Bay goes to the Super Bowl this year, and if they play a top caliber team like Kansas City this year, who probably will be better prepared for the Super Bowl this year if KC goes, just add another piece to go against Mahomes. So those are my thoughts. I am curious to see what you guys have to say. Where do you think Sherman's going to go? Do you think his career's over? Do you think it'll be Tampa Bay? Could it be Cleveland? Cleveland gave a chance to Hunt, who is their running back, or who was their running back. Let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below, guys. Thanks. Bye.